Welcome to the From the 108 podcast, starring the drunk uncles of White Sox Twitter. He's a Twitter-like whore, an Instagram thirst trap, and your grandma's guilty pleasure, BeefLoaf. A West Coast attitude in a decidedly Midwest body, MySoxSummer. And your host, he's sharing obscure music thoughts to give you time to hit the bathroom, Chorizy-E.
Thank you, Chorizy. Welcome to the From the 108 podcast. Get ready for some baseball, beer, and bullshit. And remember the drinking rules. If BeefLoaf calls himself a menace or talks about gilfs, you drink. If I talk music or say, here's the thing, you drink. And if our internet goes out and you're just sitting here, drink until we're back. Of course, you can make all of us drink for just a tip of $1.08 or more. Please more. But speaking of drinking, BeefLoaf, what are you drinking, my friend?
Oh my God. You know what? I needed to pep me up. I put it out there on Twitter. I'm a little under energied for this. I'm usually very caffeinated, kind of very energied up for you guys. So today I have the twisted tea. Got some originals. I got a peach in the background. Got some raspberry in the fridge over here. We'll see how many we get through, but I'm trying to get the little pep me up. So it's like they're only 5%, but it's going to give me a little caffeine during the show, trees to keep me pepped up.
CDS, if that's a yoo-hoo. It does look like a yoo-hoo. I wouldn't. Maybe he's doing the opposite of when someone puts like booze into a Coke can. You know, like you're putting a yoo-hoo into a twisted tea can. I like that idea.
Right. Yeah. Allegedly. How about you, Teresa? What are you drinking tonight?
I got the Modelo Negra. So,
good choice.
I don't know if I've been living under a rock, but I saw these in cans and I was like, have I ever seen this in a can before? And I'm sure it's out there. I'm sure it's very popular and I'm just a fucking moron. But I saw it and I was like, oh shit, I'm getting this. Cause I'm, you know me, Beef. I get cans. Like just bottles. Yeah. Bottles are great to drink. I'm definitely ordering you're getting a High Life or something, get a bottle of High Life. Beautiful. Yeah. Love champagne and beers. But storing them in my home, like it's just so much easier to store cans. You get so many more cans in your fridge. Cans are just better. It's just a better option.
Yeah.
So I like that. And I was on the Blackout show last night, so I figured, man, this is perfect for last night. And I still got quite a few left. We didn't go that long, so I got a good amount for today. We're gonna have fun, just me and you, Beef, and then later
you're right.
A whole bunch.
Yeah, you're right. The cans are more portable, easier to travel, and it does make them more convenient, especially when you're at home. I'm getting a lot of shit from the comments about wearing sleeves. Yeah, I don't know. I just had this. I had this thing on. I've had it on kind of all day, and I didn't change out to the sleeveless. I don't know. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. It just is. I'll probably be sweating profusely by the middle of the show.
I can tell there's nothing under it, so please don't just decide that. I got to get rid of this. I got to get rid of this.
I was shirtless last night. I had to meet sweats. The steak dinner bet was paid off. I got home. I was excited to announce the final of the 108 tourney. And so I had no shirt on at that point. I said, I'll just cut a video. Fuck it. Let's go for
it. So speaking of the 108 tourney, Beef, I've been doing math all day, but not complicated math. I thought everybody kind of would realize what the math was and like, I wouldn't have to keep doing it, but somehow everyone thought it was wizardry, so I put it in like the last one, so like everybody's aware that like I'm just removing 500 votes from Crawford. It wasn't any magic. It was kind of like the way it just worked all day, and hell of a fucking matchup though. Like that was crazy.
Yeah,
that
no question
how close it was, and like I was really worried when we were doing the last calculation, Beef, because I was like, you double check this because there's decimals when you do this shit because Twitter sucks and like it's not giving you like the full percentage. And so Candace's was rounded up and Matt's was rounded down. If it would have went the other way where it was like the other roundup, we would have had to call it like a tie. We would have had to let you decide who was the ultimate winner. So yeah, I was very nervous.
We could have done a runoff potentially, but you're right. We were hoping no tie. I mean, you got a tie, as we talked about in the morning. It's like it's bottom to hell. Can you do co-champions? Co-champions stinks. You don't want to do co-champions. Someone's got to be the outright winner. You know what I mean? And so, yeah, according to the math, it's Crawford by a single vote. Is that what it is, Chorizy? Single
one vote. By one vote.
Like
it was like
and a half.
It was 1.4 votes or something.
That's roughly, yeah. It's like the math of doing it that way. So,
but like I said, even with
crazy,
him rounding down, her rounding up, it was still a vote difference. But man, that was a close one. That was a close final, man. One vote.
Yeah,
easy.
Yeah, very, very close. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, Alex says they would have had to guess what you do for work, Chorizy, and that's a difficult question. So
funny. Chorizy, let's get to a couple drinks.
Yeah, let's do it
before we start jibber jabbering about stuff.
Our guy Gordo, he says, "Cheers, boys. Screw MSS, indeed." But actually, cheers to you and MSS. Hope he's enjoying his vacation.
Yeah, cheers. I gotta let everybody know that our internet is very spotty. It's a big storm here in Bridgeport right now, so apologies if we get unhooked.
Yeah, I can't tell if it's me or you, Beef. I feel like you're getting me on a second delay or something, and so the reaction time is interesting. So I think that all my jokes are landing very flat because you're not reacting at all.
They're hilarious to me. Don't worry about it.
Our guy Jimmy says, "Cheers to basic math. Classic Jedi mind trick." Cheers.
Thank you, Jim. Appreciate you. And Brewhan Luke, yes, I will keep an eye out so there's no 108 tourney insurrection. I don't think there will be. I think the people that hate BeefLoaf don't care that much. So it's all good.
Beef, how you doing tonight?
I'm good. I have a little query for you, Chorizy-E. I saw this on the internet, and to me, it was kind of straightforward. But I want to go hero or villain on this image here. So let me pull this up. This is from Tim Jones. He says, "There's this chick in my college that has banged close to 100 dudes, me included. She posted that's a humble brag, by the way. She posted a photo on IG with her new boyfriend. The guy seems so nice and innocent, like posting pictures with his grandma. I'm considering messaging him and letting him know about this chick because I don't think he has any idea if he did, he probably wouldn't be dating her. Should I message him or just let it be? I'm worried that trying to be a hero, I might actually be a villain. Maybe he knows and just doesn't care. Chorizo, if he messages, is he a hero or a villain? And what would you do in this situation if this was you?"
He's an absolute villain. Fuck. I mean, like, you know, especially since he put including me in the fucking thing, which really gets you like he's a little hurt by the whole situation. You could tell, right?
Seems like it, right?
But also, so what if someone banged 100 people, man? Like that. Like I don't care how you got to the party. You get to the party, right? That's the party's the story. Like so, but this reminds me of that you saw that other story, Beef, where the guy like put that long tweet out about how how his wife before finding God,
she was such a whore.
Yeah, and then she like did a post that was like, yeah, I was I fucked everybody. Like apparently people can change. All right, man. Like leave it alone. Let this guy figure it out. Also, you're not saving this guy any. You're not saving this guy anything, man. Like because you're assuming that she's gonna fuck a bunch of dudes behind his back, and if she does, like, well, then he can find that out himself, and that he can.
That's his problem. Yeah,
and you have no evidence that that's happening. So it's just someone had a lot of fun before. Yep. They can't ever have a relationship now.
Right, exactly. Well, there's a morality police shows up, and you're not allowed to fucking date some random guy.
The more I'm talking about it, the more fuck this guy is what I'm saying. It's not just a villain. Fuck this guy.
The thing is, too, I mean, we never say it. No one says it. But whores are good for the ecosystem. That's how many of you men got laid for the first time, all right? Some real big hoe. It is what it is. It's part of life, man. Let it go. I agree. Total villain. I was reading that. I was appalled by this asshole even bringing this shit up, man. Terrible.
Pull that back up. The guy seems so nice and innocent, like posting pictures with his grandma. Oh, yeah. No asshole has ever posted a picture with his grandma.
Exactly.
Like, how does this guy have the whole backstory on this guy? That this guy might have banged 100 women before this relationship. You don't fucking know. And maybe maybe the wholesome good guy is his whole bit. Let these people fuck, all right? Leave them alone.
That's right. You're not the arbiter of this. I agree. I agree completely. It's totally up to them. Don't worry about shit. Stay the fuck out of it. Just because you got a little piece don't mean shit. All right, get the fuck out of the way, bro.
Yeah,
that's upsetting, Chorizy, that people are still out here like this. You know,
it's crazy. It's crazy. The shit though, that like there's a lot of crazy things going on out in the world, Beef. Because I think we all saw the headline of the quadruple amputee who was also a cornhole champion who then shot somebody, right? And killed them. I was like, I got to read this article because like I got to wrap my head around this. I got to understand.
Yeah.
Beef, of all of that surprising shit, the part that like blew my mind even more when it was like, when they're like talking about the scene, he was driving.
Yes.
And there were people in the back seat. And now I got a question for you. You got a friend who's a quadruple amputee. You know, I don't know what the relationship was like with this person. I don't know their personality. But man, you don't fucking offer to drive? Like, I mean, what kind of friend are you?
Hang on though. First off, if you have a friend that is like this, but they're very applied, so it's a cornhole champion and everything, they're strong-willed.
They might want to drive.
They are not letting you drive. Also, their car has got to be in a way where they can drive it.
Oh,
so you can't drive it. It's all sorts of
we're taking my car. We're taking my car.
There, okay, you're not getting in. You know, and if there's dead bodies going down, what the fuck? You just gotta react.
That's the other piece of this, Beef, is that he was like, "You got to help me get," and they were like, "No." And like, part of me is like, were these motherfuckers really like, you shouldn't have done that? We don't want a piece of this, or were they like, let's see if you could dig the hole, motherfucker. Let's check this out. You know, like, I don't know what these people are like, so I don't want to put it on them. But I mean, it crossed my mind that might have been their state of mind. So like, there's a lot to unpack with this. But at the end of the day, Beef, the only thing that I like really took away from this is like, man, I should be doing more shit. Like I should be doing more with my life.
You're underapplied. Like,
I am.
A little underapplied.
I am. They showed a fucking video of this guy like walking through the forest with a rifle and climbing up a fucking ladder. I'm like, I literally complained to you last weekend, like, oh man, there's a lot of stairs in this house. Like,
you did.
I ended up like, this guy is not a good person. He killed somebody. I end up disappointed in myself after reading this article.
Well, in a way, he threw it all away. The murder, he was very accomplished for having no limbs, basically. And in fact, there was some video or something. This guy peeled off a shot so fucking quick. I was like, my God, this is like, no wonder he killed somebody. I'd be dead too if I was with that shooting range of this fucking bastard. You know, like,
well, you especially, you'd say something, you'd cross him with some bullshit, and like instead of me going, oh man, fuck you, he just shoots you. So
exactly. Going back to the kind of the last segment, Mr. Hand says you got her number.
Yeah, it's 100. It's 100.
You'll be 101 maybe if you get yourself. So thank you, Mr. Hand. Appreciate it.
Cheers, Pete. Hope you guys are having fun up in Milwaukee, man.
Yeah. Look like I mean, other than the game, look like fun. Could be fun.
Oh man, we'll get to that game later. That was something.
Yeah.
That was
shit, man. That was a
beautiful display.
Just incredible display.
All right, Beef, you wanna pay some bills for us here?
I'm happy to pay some bills for you, babe. Let's go.
The 108 tourney is here, your favorite 2 weeks on White Sox Twitter. We'd like to give a huge shout out to our sponsor, Lawrence's Fish and
Or my internet isn't letting me. Let's see.
You want to try that one? Beef, you want me to try it?
The 108 tourney is here, your favorite 2 weeks on White Sox Twitter. We'd like to give a huge shout out to our sponsor, Lawrence's Fish and Shrimp, who serves up some of the best food in Chicago. Whether you're craving crispy fried shrimp, fresh fish, golden fries, or their famous seafood combos, Lawrence's always delivers the goods. Grab some Lawrence's, settle in, and get ready to argue about the 108 tournament like your life depends on it. Lawrence's has 4 convenient locations for all your feasting needs. 2120 South Canal Street, 3242 West 87th Street in Evergreen Park, 50 South Manheim Road in Hillside, 3248 Vollmer Road in Olympia Fields. Order ahead to avoid the wait at chicagoshrimp.com. Thanks again to Lawrence's Fish and Shrimp for supporting the 108 tourney.
All right, that played, Beef. It got all the way through. Oh, you're muted. You're muted.
There was let's see. Yeah, there were some issues. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Like I'm getting muted randomly. It's like my internet is really taking a shit today. So I just talked to the champ Crawford, and he said a few minutes. He needs a few minutes before we come on and hop on here a little bit. So
okay, you usually have like 4 or 5 other banter items. What else you got for me today?
I do. I have another one. So I went down a little bit of a rabbit hole, Chorizy, YouTube rabbit hole, down some gangster stuff, mob stuff, like history of mob stuff. I was appalled that I did not know this. Casino was one of my favorite movies. Lefty Rosenthal, the main character, Ace Rothstein. It turns out that this man was a rat. He was an informant for the FBI. I never knew this.
Really?
And apparently it came out after he passed away in 2008. He had a heart attack, and then it all came out. His code name, FBI informant name was Achilles. But yes, he was an FBI informant. I had no clue. And so was the Ginger character, apparently. Like crazy stuff. So did you know that?
No, I did not. Beef, we're getting these from I don't know if this is actually T-Pain or if this is Candace on her account, but God forbid a female won again, would have been bad for the boys. 1 vote, LOL, sure. I mean, I put the math there.
It's math, yeah.
Just like math. It's been the same all day. Like
do the math.
There couldn't have been an extra 100 somewhere that I like changed, right? Like you could see it all day, the increments. So
the math.
I don't know. I'm sorry. I don't. This one, I didn't even just make up a choice. I did the math for it. So
yeah.
Sorry it didn't work out, but it's what it is. I have no preference in who wins.
Me either. I mean, both would be great champions, obviously. So.
Oh wow! Now he's in 2 different screens.
I like this. I like what he's doing.
I think I'm going to bring in the right one.
Okay, let's see it.
Matt, what's up?
What's up, guys?
Champ, how you doing?
I have some horrible audio. I'm in Milwaukee.
Are you in the hotel room right now?
I'm in a hotel room right now.
Let's go.
Well, cheers, boys. How's the day going?
Yeah,
other than the game?
The game was good, but I'm just exhausted after today. I don't know if it's after the Brewers beatdown or losing a lot of money at the blackjack table, or this close vote that's going to go down for ages. But I am
do it to you, baby. You know?
So how's the blackjack going? You getting?
How does it feel to be the new champ?
The blackjack was not going well at all. But I ran off the table as soon as I saw the final tally. And I know BeefLoaf's the accountant of the family, but Chorizy, I mean, you might be the best accountant on the fucking planet.
No accounting there. This is just subtracting the bots.
Yeah, it just and I have a lot of people saying, thank you. We gave you that final vote to push you over. People are claiming, it was me that pushed you over. It was all of you that pushed me over, right? We're all one family. And you pushed the family man over the top. So thank you. It means a lot.
Matt, what do you plan to do now that you're champ? Now that you become the champ, what's the plans?
So the plans are, and I know a former champion, allegedly said that she has 3 demands, right?
Yeah, she has 3 demands.
And she said that, I wouldn't know about that, and I didn't know about that because I wasn't a champion. Well, now that I am a champion, I would like to have 3 demands if you can confirm that's a thing.
Go for it. I can't confirm it'll happen, but go ahead. Yeah, 3
wishes because I'm a man of the people.
Let's hear the 3 wishes. We would love to.
So the first one is you got to reduce the amount of people in the tournament. I don't even know who half these motherfuckers are.
That's the point of it in a way, obviously but still go ahead. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. So then number 2, the whole Cubs allegations, I mean, at least for one season, that they got to be put to rest. I've beaten you in court.
True.
I've beaten all charges. Okay. I was trolling them nonstop today. I mean, I'm clearly not a Cubs fan.
Yeah, no, that's obvious. That's been obvious, I think, right? I mean,
there it is, right? So there it is, right. So
we'll see how it goes.
Yeah. And then the last thing would be is next time I'm in the 108, when Gabriel bum rushes me and tries to attack me in the nuts, can please somebody for the love of God step in one time and break it up? last time I was there with my in-laws, they just see me getting over and over and over. So just somebody please come to my defense.
He's not very motivated in the way. I'm not getting my nuts in the way of that.
It's risky. What we need is a taser, Chorizy. We would give him a little tase and get him to stop. That's the only way we can do it, I think.
I don't know if that'll stop him. I feel like that might just
get him mad. Yeah, it'd be like Mongo.
Mongo. Don't shoot Mongo.
But no, guys, in all honesty, I'm honored. I mean, this is great. Thank you for putting on the tournament. I mean, I've been in it. I've gotten knocked out early. I've been promised to be in it and not in it. And every year I think I just come up building the momentum, and now I'm finally a champion. So I think none of us are going to hear the end of it for a while. But once again, Chorizy, thank you for telling the votes. I mean, to monitor those bots and come with the decision that you did. I mean, you're a man of honor, a man of integrity.
It was pretty easy. The bots happened very early, so we kind of could tell how many there were. So yeah, I mean, I don't think it was too complex, but I'll take the credit for it. That's I appreciate the thank you for it.
Well, thank you so much, guys.
Yes.
All right, I'm sure we'll be in touch. I have shitty cell phone service in here, so hopefully you caught most of that.
We'll let you get back to the casino. Good luck in there. Hopefully some good luck, and we'll talk to you soon, man.
Absolutely, I'll be. I can't wait to see everybody. So
awesome, man. See you soon, Matt.
See ya.
The new champ.
The family man. The family champ. The family man. Incredible.
What do you think about his demands? Because I don't think the Cubs thing is gonna go away. I don't think
that's not gonna fly. No, I generally don't listen to feedback on stuff for the tournament, so that probably won't work either. Yeah, it's gonna be tough on him. I'm not sure. I'm not sure about that.
Any thoughts on the next tournament, or you want to save that for later?
I'll save it for my thank yous. We'll do it then. We'll finish it up with that. So
that sounds good. Then I think now, Beef. I think it's time to get into a little White Sox talk. We got our guy MSS there.
Beautiful.
But yeah, so I mean, one thing, and we were we talked about a lawsuit last week. And now this week we're talking lawsuit again, which is incredible to have this on the agenda twice in 2 weeks. But Frank Thomas is suing the White Sox, Beef. So he's suing them over the use of his name and his likeness, right? But basically his name and his number on jerseys that they were selling. And now this isn't just a lawsuit against the White Sox; it's against Fanatics, against Nike, and a number of other defendants. But the idea here is that the City Connect 2.0, no one ever asked him, and this is what they're alleging, no one ever asked him permission to make a Frank Thomas jersey, then sell a Frank Thomas jersey. And they're selling it all over the place. It is not hard to find. Well, it was not hard to find. Probably is now. And one of them is it's just a 35. So I'm maybe on the fence, but the one that's 35 and Thomas, we know who that is, right? So
pretty obvious. Yes. Yep.
So what do you think about this lawsuit in general? And maybe some of the more serious pieces and then kind of the funnier pieces.
From a serious standpoint, I assume that Frank has a team that is always scanning for this type of stuff. Attorneys looking for these things, because when you have a big name like that, you do want to get paid for your likeness. You want in all capacities, and people trying to steal it seems like a pretty obvious thing. And I would think it's probably prominent video games, beverage, whatever the fuck that you could put Frank Thomas's face or number or likeness or whatever on. So I think it feels more standard than anything else. I think the timing of it made it hilarious because it was right before opening day. But I would assume this happens every so often. They catch people up in some shit where they're using it without permission and and the penalty is they got to pay. Surprising that it got all the way to the lawsuit stage, though, Chorizy, is my opinion.
Yeah, I feel like they would have figured this out, or like they would have said, "Oh, we didn't think we had to do this, and so we'll correct this or something." You'd think that would be a kind of an easy fix, because the fact that it's just for the City Connect 2.0 makes me assume that they've asked for permission on other ones, like they've talked to them, and just not this one, or they felt like what they had asked before was a blanket thing for like any jersey,
and it included a bunch of people, right? Exactly,
right. And if what I wonder with that is that if that is the case, and most of these are kind of like considered under a blanket agreement of like many over time, right? Like, is like every alternate jersey that comes out, do they have to ask permission? And like, I think, I wonder what that gets into if that's the case. Because I'm guessing that that's not happening. Like I would assume it should be happening. I'm guessing it's not happening. So I'm kind of wondering like how that all works out and what this case will look like if it does go to court. Like, I mean, like if this actually goes to trial.
It's not a big number, like in the general context of things. Like this was like 50 grand, but it might be a big number compared to like how much you actually sell, how much you're going to actually sell for the shit. It might actually be a pretty substantial number. So I'm curious, but I did think about it this way, Chorizy. I was looking at Frank a little bit. Frank, at this point in his life, he's the boner pills guy. He blew a fucking gasket about Black History Month. He's suing for mid 5 figures. I don't know if the mid 5 figures even fucking covers the legal fees. Chorizy, answer me this question. Is Frank Thomas entering his Scottie Pippen era? Is he becoming like Scottie Pippen?
I hope so. I actually, what my question was going to be is it would it have been cheaper for them to just hire him for CHSN and avoid kind of all this?
Yeah, maybe.
But like I hope he is. I hope he's entering a quite a petty era of his life, and like he's out there on Twitter. He's arguing on Twitter, so it's into the petty realm. So I think that's it could be, and we'll see if he sends weird AI pictures of himself with like rings on every finger or something, or like some 500 home run thing in the background. So if he does that, I think it's full pip.
I was gonna say, if Robin Ventura starts dating Robin Ventura's kids start dating his ex-wife, now we know some shit's up. All right, but he does have all-time greatest player of a franchise protection, right? He should have a little more protection in that capacity, but he is like kind of going down the path of like he's in a lot of goofy stuff. There's a lot of goofy things surrounding him and his antics. So I'm just curious to see the way it plays out. Love Frank, but I mean Frank is just pure entertainment.
Yeah, I mean, I'm wondering what the end of this looks like, because it's going to be messy, right? Like the fact that like if you think like anything could be healed at this point, it's like because like there was that whole riff with them before, and then like they kind of solved that, and he was back around the team. He was on the pre and post game shows and stuff. He was doing all kinds of stuff with the team, and now it's the same as it was before, and like it's like, what needs to happen for this to kind of heal again? And we'll see. It might be a while. I don't expect them at the home run derby. All right. I don't know, Beef, if you're still with me.
Yeah, I'm back. Sorry about that. Yeah, like my internet is just total shit today. Yeah, no, agreed. Like there is been an in and out of the relationship here, and it's like back on the down path again. It was good for a bit. Now it's down. It's gonna. I assume it stays down for a little bit if there's lawsuits flying around everywhere.
Yeah, and no home run derby is my only assured moment here.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, for sure.
Beef, I do want to talk to you a little bit about the opening day roster and some of the surprises on the opening day roster. I think the first one I'll talk about is the Curtis Mead piece, because like I kind of felt like. Even like Roster Resource had Curtis Mead penciled in. You kind of felt like that was happening. He is an out of options guy. And so, we were talking about it a little bit on the side. And I thought what you were thinking is probably correct. So just why don't you walk through kind of what you think was going to happen with Curtis Mead?
Yeah, it's funny. I mean, that he doesn't end up making it, but you start realizing like he's blocked in every different direction. Like signing Mooney really boxed him out of kind of playing time everywhere. On the infield, if he was going to play third, obviously you want to play Miguel Vargas every day, but the extra reps are going to go to probably Brooks Baldwin. When he's back, he might slide into third base if you need a lefty bat in there or whatever. It could be occasionally Lenyn Sosa. Lenyn Sosa also blocks him at first, kind of in DH in those spots. So Curtis Mead ended up being like just a guy who was never going to get to play on this roster, just never going to get to use him at all. And so when you start looking at it from that perspective, you're like, I guess it makes sense that they decided like he's the odd man out. You could keep him, but his utility would have been tiny on this team. He just kind of doesn't do any of the extra stuff. And so, yeah, unfortunate. I wanted him to make it Aussie, but that's it.
You think he gets through waivers though? Because I feel like everybody kind of let go of someone like this. So like you DFA him, he probably survives waivers, right? And I don't think he has enough. I don't think he has enough time in the league to opt out for free agency. So I think he ends up. I assume he ends up back in AAA. What do you think?
Yeah, that'd be my assumption, is that he does actually pass through. I mean, you saw someone like Brian Ramos get designated too. They're kind of in that same little realm there. And maybe if someone wants to dumpster dive, the Rockies or Nationals or someone wants to try it, but I don't know. It feels like everyone's kind of settled with their rosters right now. I think this is the time. You're going to slide a guy through. This is the time to slide a guy through. And I think he might end up making it back to Charlotte, and then we'll see. Like some shit happens. Maybe he gets another shot.
Equally, I don't know if it was equally surprising, but I think the signing was probably surprising that led to it. But Corey Lee also left off the roster. Now, I don't think any of us were like, oh, this Corey Lee guy is a stud. And I think most of us thought there was something was going to have to happen. There's only so many spots. But were you surprised about the way it went down with Reese McGuire coming in?
Shocked. Was not expecting Reese McGuire. Was not expecting like a guaranteed contract to come through. In a way, it makes some sense because the White Sox are very much trying to like win on the margins. If they think that catcher's a little bit better, they're going to go get him. And they also have like the catcher whisperer in Walker McKinven. So I have a feeling like he had his hand in the catcher situation strong. And if he's not a fan of Corey Lee, but he is a fan of Reese McGuire, and upgrade the position, why not do it? What I'm curious to see is what happens when Kyle Teal comes back. If they do truly use all three of the catchers behind the plate, or kind of what the alternate plan is, or if they think that maybe they're going to flip out of Reese McGuire, or what they'll do. Because it is kind of awkward, right? Like the two young catchers, you probably want them catching as much as you want. Everyone makes the big deal about like they should both be in the lineup, but they both need to be developing as catchers, really. It's kind of one of the most important parts of it. That's where they're most valuable.
Yeah, that's the interesting thing with that. And I'll get into that a little bit more when we get to the full 26 man and our thoughts on the 26, because that situation is probably the weirdest to me. I mean, I think there's some other ones that are a little bit off, but like that's one that I was like, you kind of put yourself in this position, and I'm trying to understand why they put themselves in this position. But I think that the other one, Beef, that on the opening day roster that was a surprise to me was Tristan Peters being on the opening day roster. I mean, I know he's left-handed, but like I'm not quite sure what his role is going to be here, or if his role is just stay on the roster until Kyle Teal's back and then you go down.
Well, I mean, they let him hit today in garbage time. It didn't look great. I assume he's just the placeholder for Brooks Baldwin, and because he has an option, you can send him back down and there's no harm, no foul. It's not one of these guys that you have to kind of unleash onto the onto the waiver wire later on. But yeah, it just felt like what was weird about it to me is it pushed the situation where Luis Angel Acuna is going to have to play some infield too, it looks like, because they're aligned with 6 outfielders now. And when you look at it from that perspective, you're like, man, they're making Angel Acuna learn center field kind of on the fly. I know he played a little bit in the minors, but not a lot. So you're learning a tough position on the fly. You're trying to improve your plate approach, because that's been a problem, right? You're hitting way too many ground balls. You got to improve that. And then you're going to have to play all these other positions potentially. They got to fill in it short or whatever the fuck. It seems like they're assigning Acuna with a lot of shit, like for a guy who's just like kind of was part of a salary dump trade. And not saying he's not a reasonable prospect or whatever the fuck, but it's just like, wow, they're putting a lot of pressure on dude. Didn't insulate this roster in a way to like just set him and forget him in center field, which surprised me.
they've done a lot of that. They've done a lot of not setting up the roster well. So we'll get to that in just a second. Well, but I want to get this drink from K-Dog. He says, boys, just woke up from a fat-ass nap. Glad we're in missing MSS formation. Trimming some fat is the way. Cheers, K-Dog.
Cheers. Thank you, K-Dog. My God.
You know, you bring up a good point about the 26 and like kind of how they didn't insulate different things. I think the 3 catcher situation is one to dive into a bit here because I'm perplexed by this. Like the Reese McGuire signing, while it's, you know, like fine on its face of like, okay, he's better than Corey Lee. I think we can agree that he's a better player than Corey Lee. He's also left-handed, which, you know, helps with, you know, with getting a little bit of flexibility in the lineup. But like, I don't know if it helps that much because your other 2 catchers can hit left-handed.
Right.
And so is this like, are they looking at it like this was the best left-handed hitter available? And if so, that's kind of an indictment on the team more so than anybody. Because like, what were they counting on? What were they counting on in this offseason? Because they didn't do much to take care of that, right? I mean, they brought in Hayes, they brought in Pereira. Those are right-handed hitters. I mean, Kelnick, was that like your big? That was what all your hopes and dreams were tied to, and then you needed to go out and get Reese. Because I don't know where their bats are coming from for this team. Like a team that's about, we're going to be versatile, we're going to be all this. You got a bunch of DHs now. What are you doing?
You know, it's funny with McGuire. I wonder how much of it is just like the fine tuning of the catching apparatus with the starting pitchers, because we mentioned the starting pitching group is very like going to be dependent on like thin edges here with this group. There's going to be a lot of balls in play, and you're going to need like you know, whatever, maximum game planning, I would say, maximum support from behind the plate. And so maybe it's some of that. Maybe they felt like, well, we don't have that internally. We have these young guys learning how to become that guy. We need someone to like caddy them a little bit and help them along the way. And that's not Corey Lee. Corey Lee's a young guy like them guys. Like he's kind of trying to learn too, but he's not as good as them guys. So from that perspective, it makes sense. But then it makes you extremely worried. Like, why did you just buy better pitchers so you don't got to do this? Well, it's kind of like a chicken and the egg problem here that they've painted themselves in a corner with. And I understand you're doing it all on the budget. You're trying to do it cheaply right now, you know, and trying to bring some stuff along, but it does make it tough. And like today's an outsized version of what can happen when it goes wrong. And you can't like hang your hat on one day worth of shit, but like, yeah, it can look real bad sometimes when this happens.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I don't want to just focus on today because like today was rough.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know if I like the way that this roster is generally constructed. It'd be something though that is like scaring me a little bit as we're looking at this season. And I've talked about this a bit as we've been inching closer to the season with all the outfield chaos and everything. I just don't feel like they're going to handle Austin Hayes correctly. Like
right.
The league has definitely said that what Austin Hayes is a left field platoon guy. Right. And maybe they're all wrong. Maybe I'm wrong too, looking at it. But like, I just feel like they're going to play him almost every day. Like that, I just have that feeling right now. I hope it's wrong. I hope that they're going to cycle him through and he's only going to play in, you know, like obviously today's opening day, they want to get him in the lineup because he's free agent acquisition and all that stuff. But like, I just worry that they're going to use him incorrectly. I don't know, Beef, where do you think that that's going to happen? Or you think like I'm overthinking it?
No, I think you're right, and it's connected to another problem that I'm foreseeing. Like the second Kyle Teal goes down, my thought was they should really emphasize plate appearances at the DH position with Lenyn Sosa and try to like get Lenyn as many more plate appearances as you can see, kind of see where we're at with that, because you're going to need to make a decision on Lenyn Sosa at some point. There were a lot of people thought, we're going to trade Lenyn Sosa, whatever the offseason. Figure out what the fuck you're doing with him, right? The guys who aren't consequential in the future are Austin Hayes and Andrew Benintendi. Let them fuck around and split time in left field and play Lenyn every day so you can see what he got at DH. Instead, I think they're going in the other direction. They're going to play Austin Hayes every day and they're going to fuck around with Lenine and Andrew as the DH, And so, like, it's peculiar, in my opinion, when you're trying to make decisions. Maybe they've already made that decision, though, Chorizy. Maybe their decision is, we don't really want Lenine on this roster, but he's too good not to be on it with what we have. So, he can hang around, but we don't give a fuck. Like, he's kind of in the pay no mind list of the roster here. But I thought there would have been an opportunity to kind of get a little more look and see what happens.
Like, he beat out Curtis Meade, and that's where he's at on the list right now. That's kind of like the way that it feels about him. That's where they're at. The outfield, though, is still chaotic. Like, they still haven't figured out what the heck they're doing. And I think they're, even with when Baldwin comes back, I don't think they have any idea what this outfield's supposed to be. I think Pereira looked like he had no idea what was going on at the plate today.
He looked horrible.
Yeah. Like, I mean, like, a bunch of guys struck out a bunch of times, right? That surely happened. But like I like Miguel Vargas struck out multiple times. I think he struck out 3 times.
3 times.
They still looked like professional at bats. Like, Pereira looked like he had no hope. He looked like he had no hope up there. And that's a like out of options dude. That's like, what happens to that guy? Because the first guy that comes back, Tristan Peters can go down, right? But like, next guy, I mean, you can't keep him. Like, if he looks like that, you can't keep him. But he's also probably your best right fielder.
It might actually be. No, that's right. And they're going to try to find it out, right? But this has always been his issue. Huge strikeout rates, right? But he has the huge power. So we saw the real bad version of it. I'm sure they'll give it some run. Like, I think he's going to get at least Joshua Palacios levels of run before they totally abort the situation. But that was a tough look today. And the Miz is good, but he was the toughest look of all the looks today. It was like pretty bad. And 20 strikeouts as a group is just like horrendous.
That's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. Terrible. But I don't know what happens there. I don't know how you keep. I mean, you're gonna give them weeks and weeks of at bats, and like, it might that might be something that we're like watching and going like, we need to stop doing this. We need to
You tried this experiment, but it should be over.
It's just one game against a good pitcher, but that one feels a little bit like it's not going well. Beef, any other on the 26 man that you want to talk about?
Yeah, I mean, we talked about it before the season, Chorizy. Why is Jordan Hicks here? What exactly the fuck is Jordan Hicks doing on the roster? Like we mentioned before, it's like, if you want to keep him, fine, but he shouldn't block anybody who it could be worth something, right? So they send that Alexander Alberto back to the Rays. I would have rather seen him pitch today. They send Wickelman Gonzalez down to AAA. I would have rather seen him pitch today. Like, it's fine if you're getting lit up or you look like shit, but you potentially could be some sort of building block. We watched Jordan Hicks today. He couldn't find the plate. Chorizy, I'm watching Baseball Savant to see his velocity. He's throwing 98, 99, but when he was good, he threw 103. So it's like, this is a big drop down from when he was good. So he can't find the plate. He's down on velocity for what he can do. You're just looking at like, what do you expect to get out of this? Why is this amongst the thing that's going on here?
It is funny to go, he's only throwing 99. Like his velocity's down, he's only throwing 99. But we've seen like over the past few years, if he's not hitting 100, this is not a very good pitcher.
Yeah.
And if he can't find the plate on top of that, just admit you're just buying David Sandlin, and it's time for Jordan Hicks to go. So I think they'll give him more run too. I think we'll see a bunch more Jordan Hicks. They'll try and figure it out. Maybe he can figure something out and be serviceable, but like that looked dire today. I mean, a lot of shit looked terrible today. So, it's tough to just go like off this one game, like how bad is it? But I mean, we're going to see him a bunch more because, we've been talking about this. There's not a lot of run in the starting pitchers, right? Like these are all 150 inning guys, 140 inning guys.
Right.
So you're going to see a lot of the bullpen. Bullpen's going to eat a lot of innings this year. So guys like Jordan Hicks going to be out there.
True.
I did feel bad for Judix Paez today. That's a lot to wear for a kid. But like, he could be wasting away in like single or double A right now for the Red Sox. So he's in the
this
show.
Is going to be his. That's going to be his role, right? Chorizy, right? His role is going to be kind of the garbage time guy, or if a starter goes out early, coming in and eating up some innings. So yeah, so it kind of sucks as your first outing to be in the midst of all that, coming with the bases loaded and shit, and walk the first guy. Like, yeah, that's pretty brutal. But I think with respect to him, to stay on the roster, he's going to be that guy in the mop-up duty. I was shocked that they put Jordan Leisure in 8th inning. Yeah, and I know you're not the biggest Jordan Leisure fan, but what if on Saturday? I don't want to hear on Saturday he's not available. All right, if they need him in like the 7th inning to get some outs, I don't want to hear that shit. All right, you could put a position player in to pitch when you're down 14-2 or whatever the fuck it was. So very odd day in my opinion. I
did like the Jordan Leisure's like first at bat, like first batter up, he hit it like right to the fence. I was like, that is the Jordan Leisure experience right there.
He didn't do bad, but yeah, Emerson Pereira was right next to the fence catching that fly ball.
I mean, I'm very interested in seeing what Anthony Kay looks like this weekend. So I think we'll see him on Sunday when we're up there. Like, so that'll be interesting to see, because I think that's one guy, and I want them to stop doing this. I want to start getting stats from him here. I want them to stop going like 2.53 ERA over the past 2 years. Well, like that was in Japan though. Like everybody has a two ERA.
It's dead ball era in Japan right now. Just so you know.
Everybody's just hitting the ball into the ground, and so yeah, it's something people keep referring to, and I'm like, well, let's see it here. So I'm waiting to see what he looks like. I don't know that I am excited for him as much as I'm curious about him. Unlike with Fetty, where like when Fetty came over, it was like there was some significant change in his repertoire. There was you knew that something was different, and that was intriguing. Kay, like you hear him talk on like shows and stuff, and he's been on a lot of podcasts, and he's kind of just like, I didn't really change up a whole bunch of stuff, I just got more focused and stuff, and it's like, he might come back and just be like the exact same guy that he was previously, and that's not going to be great.
Right, exactly. That's 100% true. I think one thing that showed today too, in my personal opinion, is the defense is not good. It's not a good defense. The defense is not going to save you. Like not that they made any egregious plays, but like there were balls that fell in that I was like, Luis Robert gets to that. Like he makes that play. Like, and not that it's any big deal. They got clobbered, but I'm going to be watching it very closely as the year goes on and seeing like, is the defense saving any runs in any spots or making any big plays? Because none today that I happen to notice, and maybe it got lost, maybe I missed something, but I'm curious because I don't believe this is a good defense, and it doesn't seem to be starting off that way.
Yeah, and I think we had noticed things in the past couple of years where it was like, okay, the positioning just looks better, right? Like the positioning is being fixed. Like last year, we kind of felt like, okay, there's not a lot of like goofiness that we felt like there was under Pedro Grifol, where we're like, how are you not in position to make that play?
Catch that. Yeah.
That felt like it went away. We'll see how that looks this year with kind of worse fielders, right? Like with the worst center fielder, with whatever we're going to put in left field. Whatever's in right field, the fact that we still don't know who is going to be on any of these positions is part of this. But I do think that like it's almost scary to think that like they might be positioned well and still not be able to get to all this shit.
Right. Yeah, no, that's absolutely true. It's a frightening thought, but there are no, on this team, in my personal opinion, unless we see a repeat from Colson Montgomery, there are no guys on defense that you consider like a weapon, someone who's very good defender at their spot. And that's tough when you have a pitching staff that's going to throw to a lot of contact. They're just not going to strike people out. And we saw it today. Shane Smith only generated 4 swing and misses. Chorizy, like before he left the game. It's like, that's not good enough, man.
No, I mean, he wasn't in there long either. So I mean, it's not like he had a lot of time.
That's why he wasn't in there long, maybe.
But that's definitely a contributing factor. I mean, to touch on a couple of the good things, because there was very few, but some of the good things. Yeah. Obviously, Chase Meidroth bomb, and Chase just looked good. He's one of those players that you like to watch. You like to watch out there, and so him hitting that bomb, that was a great way to start. But it was like straight out of Major League, right? Like, oh, it's a lot of times you see how it's going to go from the first hitter of the year, and then like immediately it all went to shit after that.
Yes. Yeah, here's my pick too, to be hot right out of the gate, Chorizy, and sure enough, it's home run at first at bat. I was like, that's my boy. That is my boy right there.
Corey Lee needs to get picked up by somebody so that I can have some chance on who's going to be hot.
MSS picked Brooks Baldwin, so whenever he comes off the IL in a month, then
that'll
start his reign right.
That'll be his start. That'll be his start.
Exactly.
The Moon home run, fantastic. Like he knocked the shit out of that ball. Now it's a garbage time home run, but I don't care. I do not care.
It is, but he looked good in his first few plate appearances as well. Drew a couple walks. He looked in control, is what I'll say, right? Like you're coming into a new league. The expectations are high. A lot of teams passed on you because they were worried you're not making enough in zone contact, etc. He looked totally in control. He's been there before. I was like pleasantly surprised with how in control he was. So very, very nice debut, in my opinion, from him. And I didn't see anything goofy at first either. It looked like he made the plays he was supposed to make. Like nothing dumb happened. No Lenine Sosa incidents happened with Mooney playing first base. So good start from Mooney. I'm
not about to say, oh, he's a great first baseman, but I'll say that like I'm not nervous about the ball going over there. So that's with Lenine over there. It was like, is he on the base? Does he know that someone's going to be throwing to him? So that's an improvement over Lenine. Yes. But one thing I do want to talk to you though about Beef is because I think this is something we should keep an eye on during the season, and that's Edgar Caro challenging pitches, because he did it 3 times in the first 2 innings. Now he was right on all of them. One was like, oh man, he was right by like a centimeter, you know?
Yeah.
But a couple thoughts that I have on that, I want to bounce them off of you. Like, do you think that umps, when someone is good at the challenge, will give the benefit of the doubt to the pitcher because they don't want to be proven wrong by the machine?
Probably, right? And there's going to start to be a bias here, I would assume, right?
Because there was a couple on the edge that later where I was like, Caro definitely did not frame that well, but like they got the strike call, and you could see it on the Brewers' faces. And I can't see the ump's face, so I don't know if he was like, fuck, man, I don't want to deal with this challenge again. I don't want to be wrong by the challenge. Right. And so I wonder if the guys who are really good at the ABS will become, we talked about this before.
Yeah.
That will become a valuable piece of the game because they're going to put pressure on the ump, right? As opposed to like similar to like how you think about the guys that are really good at framing, right? But framing is less of a, you can measure it, right? But like it's not quite as easy to measure. You could definitely tell if someone's, 15 of 16 in challenges all the time because they believe they're right.
There's an embarrassment factor. The ump will be embarrassed because they're getting called out all the time. Yes. And they're not going to want that shit to happen. Yeah, absolutely. I'm sure they'll be studying the shit, Chorizy, by the time we get a month or two in. Who are the catchers that are always right about this shit? Okay, I better give them an extra inch or two on the plate either way just to make sure I don't get myself fucked up. I can totally see that. That's a great call there. I appreciate that.
You wonder, though, if they're going to also be, because, I'm not one to say that umps are vindictive in any way. But you think that they'll give shitty calls to the catchers when they're batting because they know that they're only supposed to challenge when they're behind the plate, and just be like, "Well, yeah, fuck you. You got me twice today. You're out on strikes, buddy.
I'm getting even, you bastard." Yeah, that's very, very strong possibility. We'll see how it all plays out. My guess is that it's gonna, it is gonna be catcher dominant. I think you said that before the season. You thought the catchers would be the ones challenging a lot. I had heard some theory that there would be a lot of like count kind of leverage situations that would get challenged. Yeah. But really, like, you're right, it should be the catchers, and the only hitters who should have the lever are your best hitters. Because that's going to matter the most,
And really, probably only in late innings or situations where like the bases are loaded or there's 2 men running in scoring position, right? Like, and then you kind of going like, okay, well, this is a very valuable call, and we'll give. I was going to say Aaron Judge, but he's been having a little rough go. I'll still say Aaron Judge. Yeah. We give him the benefit of the doubt to challenge, right? Like that's the kind of thing. But yeah, I think it's going to be a lot of the catchers, and I'm interested to see the relationship between the catcher and the umpire as we get into this and see if something's there and see if Caro continues to be good at it, because there's another side to his aggressiveness too, is that he might just be like very aggressive in calling these. And like the first 3 out of the gate we saw all went well. Right. Yeah. But I know he lost one a little bit later in the game.
Yeah.
So it's like he could become overconfident in this situation. And if that's the case, like, do we start burning the challenges early in the game and this starts to become a problem?
Right. Yeah. And they have to, internally they have to, well, you're going to have to, they have to police these guys a little bit more. But it is a split second thing and only the players can do it. So it's not like a review situation where the coaching staff has any sort of say in it. So you have to either put the handcuffs on the guy or not. I assume they'll just turn him loose though. They'll keep letting him go.
We got a couple drinks. Let's get to these drinks here. Both of them from our guy Jayzel. Jayzel says maybe shouldn't start 5 guys for the first time. Well, yeah, that's I mean, I'm assuming you're talking about the pitching staff, but I don't know. But yes, cheers.
Cheers, Jayzel.
And then he says, if the White Sox were a car, it would be a city bus sitting at 95th and Dan Ryan. Why is the fundamentals deck still not a rooftop bar? Why 112 losses? Cheers, Jayzel.
Jayzel's nuts.
Oh, man.
Classic Jayzel.
Beef, any other thoughts on today's game?
You know what? No, I mean, it's the type of thing you just got to forget about. One of the things I love about baseball is that it's kind of an everyday thing. And obviously they don't play till Saturday. They're not playing tomorrow, but you can just forget about that thing and put it out of your mind and go play the next one. And like, you saw like the worst possible outcome. It wouldn't shock me if they came back on Saturday and won like 5-3 or something like, that'd be goes, so. You know what's funny though would be the reaction of Twitter, right? Because like we went from today, it was like most people are in the season is over. This is another 100 loss team for sure. And if they win on Saturday, it's like, all right, 81 wins. That's going to be exactly wild card. Let's go. Absolutely.
I was laughing because our guys over at Future Sox, they put up the bingo card.
Yeah,
and Nick from Good Guys Talk Back and from Future Sox as well. His was the going 500 in a month, right? Like going 500 or above in a month, and I was like, March is their best chance at this. This is the month. So coming out of the gate and losing one, I'm like, oh no, this is gonna hurt. This is gonna hurt. So. Beef, I think it's about time to pay some bills. I know for our next segment, we're waiting for one more person to get backstage, but I got a text from him. He's on his way.
He's coming. Do you want me to try to pay? I'm gonna see if my internet will work strong.
Yeah, give it a shot.
All right, here we go.
The world-famous 108 tourney wouldn't be possible without the awesome support of Mazda of Orland Park. If you're looking for a new ride, they've got an incredible selection of new and used vehicles, and their staff is second to none. Friendly, knowledgeable, and ready to help you find exactly what you need. Whether you're upgrading your daily driver or looking to treat yourself, make sure to check out Mazda of Orland Park. Visit Mazda of Orland Park at 8910 West 159th Street, Orland Park. Schedule a test drive online or by calling 708-444-3200. Check out their current selection of Mazdas on MazdaofOrlandPark.com. A huge thank you to Mazda of Orland Park for supporting all things 108 and helping make the 108 tourney happen.
All right. Now, Beef, we did this a few years back, and I didn't realize how many years back it was until I messaged somebody about it. And that was the last time we talked to them in the DM. Both of us together talked to them in the DMs. And it was 6 years ago. Because I was like, why is
pre-pandemic?
I was like, why were we starting this bet in July? And then I realized it was 2020. And I was like, okay, yeah, that's when the season started. So the bet was, for those of you not familiar, because that's a long time ago. The bet was we did a draft basically of MLB teams with 5 guys. Each guy gets 6 teams, and we just kind of snake draft like fantasy football. And at the end, whoever has the most wins combined, they don't pay shit. They get paid. everybody pays them $100 except for the team who had the least amount of wins. They got to pay $200, right?
Yeah.
And so we'll see who that is. I did need to pick the draft order. And I'm going to show a video of this because my integrity is definitely
being questioned tonight.
Today. So here's a quick video of me doing this to some jazzy little tune. And I'm going to bring all the dudes in. I see one of them is not even at the mic, so they're going to be surprised they're in the room when they get back. I love that I ended up last. That was not where I was hoping to be, but we'll see how that goes. I also didn't want to put Sammy first. I feel like he's the gambler of the group, and he gets number 1 overall pick. So it's gonna go.
And he won
Sammy.
last time. He was the champ last time we did this.
Yeah. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna Beef. If you're okay with this, I'm gonna put us in the order that we're drafting, so it's much easier for us to keep track.
I like it. Do it. Yeah, do it that way, my friend.
I think that was the only switch I needed to make.
That's it. Beautiful. That's it. Yep.
What a day. All right. So everybody knows the rules. I want to introduce everybody first, though. We got Sam Panayotovich from Chicken Dinner. We've had him on the show many a time. We've been on his show. You've seen pictures of us getting very drunk in Las Vegas together, very drunk in Chicago together, probably other cities. We just haven't been there yet. But excited to have Sammy here. We got Ken W.O., who is just Ken W.O. And, that's everybody fucking knows Ken. Everybody has a problem with Ken or loves Ken. There's no in between.
That's right.
What's going on, guys?
What's up?
And then we got Bez from Sox on Tap. You've seen him on the Au Jus. Bez, we haven't had you on this show yet, have we?
No, this is my first timer.
Oh, beautiful. Yeah, we broke your cherry. All right.
Welcome to the show. We're on, I think only you and I on like beer 6 or 7 of our 100 beers we have to have together. So we gotta make up for some right now. There we go. Oh, look at this.
Let's do it. Cheers.
We got the black and white Modelo going here. I like it.
Bud Light Lime time, baby.
Oh, special fuel.
Ken special.
This is water.
I mean, sure.
Yeah, U of I game going, and water. Sure.
It's partially water, I'm sure. All right, I think we can probably get started in just a second. Yeah, there we go. Bez is back. Sammy, the floor is yours. I think we know who you're taking, but go for it. And guys, I'll be keeping track. So if you are like, hey, what teams are left? You need to ask, just let me know. I'll shout them out. Sammy.
I thought long and hard about the White Sox. I did. But I'm going to take the layup, take the LA Dodgers.
Shocking turn of events. Big surprise right out of the gates. Now, Ken, you said that's 120 wins that he gets. I said
120 wins off the bat.
I told you this gets into Sammy P's hands. I'm going to go bet the under. And I can't bet it right now, but as soon as
last check, they were losing today, though.
There you go. See what kind of number I get tomorrow. Beef, you're up.
I'm tempted. I was tempted to go the super villain route right here at number 2, going with who I think, because I had them last time and I caught a lot of shit from you guys. But I'm not going there just yet. I don't think they're quite a shoe-in for the number 2 pick. So at number 2, I'm going to go with the New York Yankees.
That makes sense. I think their over-under was around 90.5 was the last number I saw for them. So that's, definitely up there in terms of the teams. Ken, now I think Ken, it gets into a little interesting territory here at the number 3 pick.
Yeah, I was gonna pick the Yankees, but now I can't. Thanks, Beef. But we're gonna go ahead and pick the Mariners.
Oh,
Mariners
okay.
at number 3.
I like that pick. I thought they might drop to me, but apparently not. But I mean, I'm surprised though, Ken, a little bit. I thought you were going to go Cubs there. I think it's like.
Is this like a total chalk start? It's a very chalky start. The first 3, right?
It's not quite. I mean, like it's close though. Like there's a like 3 teams in the 89 to 90 range out there. The Mariners are one of them. The Mariners were my favorite of those 3. Though I'll say, Bez, you are up when you're ready.
Thought the Mariners would fall here. I'm going to do it. I'm going to go Chicago Cubs.
Oh, wow. There it is. It's already.
Let's get it out of the way. That's 90 wins.
It's a good villain route. And yeah, it should be. I think it should be. It should be 90 wins. Like there's 2 teams that I kind of like here. They're both in the same division. So I don't know which one to go with, but I'm going to go with the one that I don't think anybody else wants because I'm a nice guy. I'll take them off the board. I will take the Mets here. But then I refuse to go in the same division. So I will. This is tough. I'm going to go with the Red Sox.
All right, Mets and Red Sox. Nice. Good choices.
That's the cocaine era right there. That's Mets and Red Sox. As back around to you.
All right. I'm going to go Blue Jays here.
All right. See if they can bring back that magic last year. Ken.
Well, I wouldn't have picked the Red Sox or the Cubs, so I'm glad you guys picked them. I wouldn't have picked the Cubs in the last round if I had to. I'm going to go ahead and go with San Diego Padres right here.
Oh, wow.
I like it.
Anyone got Padres futures in that division? I feel like that's a play if you really believe that the best way to not go into a lockout is the Dodgers not winning that division. And if the league will do everything they can to make that not happen. Beef, who you got?
I'll tell you what, I was considering gambling in this spot, but I can't leave. Here's the thing: I can't leave Sammy an easy choice right here. That especially with their win-loss total in the markets. So I'm going to take the Phillies, even though that's probably not the team I'm really in love with in this spot, just because it's like too much good value for me. I got to do it.
I'm with you. That was the team that I was looking at, and I was like, you can't go same division here.
So
right.
Let me just get up to speed here. Dodgers, Yankees, Mets, Phillies, Mariners, Cubs, Blue Jays, Red Sox are all gone, right?
Yes,
correct.
And the Padres.
And
Yeah, that's a jump down.
The Padres. Yeah, okay, got it. Yeah, got it. Give me the Tigers.
All right.
And the Brew Crew.
Oh wow. Well, you saw something beautiful today, but remember they were playing the White Sox.
But he might get 2 more wins. He might be 3 wins in.
That's true. That's true. Early start
this weekend. Yeah, no shit. Fuck.
He's gonna text me what the cash out is on this one. So beef, you're up.
This is rock and a hard place. We're starting to get to some of these thorny teams here. You know what? I'm going to just assume that the improvements they made in the offseason are going to be enough for me to be a believer again, but I'll go with the Orioles here.
Oh, yeah, that's a good pick.
Bitch.
One of my favorites.
That's right.
This is the year the dynasty starts.
They reversed the Han, right? The Han reversal this year.
Yep.
Ken, where are you going now?
All right. I wanted the Orioles, but of course, Beef took 2 of my teams I wanted now. So I'm going to have to go with the Cincinnati Reds.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh.
I just bet they're under the other day, Ken. So you're probably in for a good season.
I'm in good shape. All right.
That's a good start. That's a good start. If you're going against me, you just you've lined your pockets. As who you got?
So who just came off the board? Sammy, who'd you take? You had the Brew Crew.
I took Detroit and Milwaukee.
Detroit and Milwaukee.
And then Baltimore and Cincy after that.
All right. I'm going to go, and I don't feel great about it, the Houston Astros.
It's a good pick. That's what I was eyeing up just now. There's a team that has a surprisingly high win total that I think we're all avoiding.
Oh,
and they're in the division.
I'm slamming the under on them.
They're in the division of the team that I already have. So I'm like,
just say it.
I don't think I'm not gonna touch them. So I'm actually gonna go the Rangers and the Royals.
Oh, okay. All right.
See if I could get something in the mid range there. All right, Bez. Feel free to take that team I was just talking about.
No. It's like Chris Sale and then, the White Sox. Let's see.
Yeah, it's getting into everybody has the same win total.
It's getting in that 78 to 84 wins. I don't know, Diamondbacks. Arizona.
D-backs. Ken.
This worked out perfectly for me because I'm getting the team I wanted here. We got to go with the Sacramento, Oakland, Vegas A's.
Oh, wow.
That's a good pick. I love that pick. A lot of upside there.
That's a team that I think a lot of people are high on right now. I'm interested to see how the pitching shakes out for them. That's the only thing I'm iffy on with them. All right, Beef. Where are you going here?
Well, yeah, at this point, I'm happy to take the broke dick Atlanta Braves. They stink, but they're still going to win 84 games. So I'll take them. Fuck it. I know Chris Sale, his arm will probably blow out tomorrow or whatever the fuck, but give me that. I'll take them. I'm a value player. You know how I do it.
At this point, I mean, Sammy was going to take them in the turnaround for sure. So, I think it's good play here. 6 picks ago, I don't think I could have.
Keep me away from the team with a win total of 88 in the 4th round, please. That would have been nice. I'll take that team. San Francisco Giants. Nobody's taking them, right?
That's right.
Correct. Nobody's taking them yet. Yep.
I'll take that pitching staff, and then this one will make a lot of people's eyebrows raise. Give me the Miami Marlins.
I was thinking about them.
Sammy's looking for
Tampa. I really wanted Tampa, but we know Tampa's going to somehow win 85 games like they always do. But I don't know. I don't believe in them this year. I really don't.
Sammy really wants that first week against the Sox. That's it. He's got
it all lined up. He's been feeling great after 1 week.
It's done 6-0.
I'm going to cash out for someone position on OnlyFans.
Beef, who are you taking?
I'm going to go Tampa Rays. I can't leave them on the board any longer. It was between them and one other team. I gotta get them.
Oh. All right, Ken. Who you got?
All right. I'm not a big fan of this team, but, they're there and they always end up winning a lot of games. So I'll take Cleveland.
Yeah, that's who it was between for me. It was either Tampa or Cleveland in that spot.
I did not want Cleveland.
I thought you were going to take this team, Ken, because I think you've got a little. Well, you've got 15 teams that you like, but the Pittsburgh Pirates, they could be interesting this year.
God damn it, Bess.
I'm mad at them.
Okay, hold on. I want to hear why you're mad.
What the fuck they do?
They screwed my guy, the Kutch. They got rid of him.
He made the Rangers, though. He made the Rangers. He's still playing. Like,
batted fifth today, doubled.
Yeah. He can still hit. He's like 50 years old.
Yeah.
Hell of a career.
Everybody left. Everybody left at this point has reasonable odds to have the worst record in baseball.
Oh yeah.
I would bet on any of these teams to have the worst record in baseball. I did bet on the Twins to have the worst record though, so I'm not going to take them here. I'm going to go with the Angels because I think that's probably the best team there, even though I don't think they're very good.
I agree though.
And oh man, I'm just looking at what divisions I have now. This is probably going to make me sick.
You're worried about doubling up divisions when you're in like the 60 win range right here with these teams. You pick the one you like the best.
This is the coin flip of it, Beef. This is it's trying to make me stomach it. I'm going to take the Cardinals.
Okay. Oh,
yeah. I don't like that pick.
It's funny because of how bad you were dogging them before the year, Chorizy, looking at their fucking rotation. Like, who the fuck are these guys?
My favorite thing about the Cardinals is that they like extended their coach, and he has the best odds to get fired this year. They just extended him, and he has the best odds everywhere to get fired. That's the kind of team I want to ride with. Bez, who do you want?
That's good content, Chorizy. So what do we got left? We got the White Sox, the Rockies, and the Twins.
The Nats and the Twins.
Nats and Twins. Yeah.
Nats, Twins, Rockies, White Sox.
Yep, that's it. Yep.
You could take the Savannah Bananas if you want.
That might be better. Might be better than some of those teams. I can't. All right, White Sox. Fuck it.
Get sniped. Okay.
Make Ken take the Twins.
Ken, who are you taking? Twins, Nats, or Rocks?
Going with the nasty Nats.
Oh boy. They put one on the board today, right?
Yep. That might be more than the Rockies get all year. I don't know.
All right, Beef. Twins or Rockies? I mean, I think I know exactly who you're going here. I already have a
I would have picked the Twins at your spot, Chorizo. I would have picked them way before this shit. So I'm thrilled to get them. Thank you. I'll take the Twins.
All right.
Well, so many options here at the end, huh? Guess I'll take Colorado.
Are you going to jump in on my over 52.5 now that you have them?
I guess. I mean, it's only fitting. If I get the Dodgers, it's only fair I get the Rockies. You knew that was coming.
Yeah,
right. And Ken, that's 160 wins. That's a pretty good combination there. All right, how you boys feeling about your overall picks here? Sam, I'll start with you.
I love it. I love getting, I think, 3 division winners with LA, the Brew Crew, and the Tigers. I love that.
Wow, Brewers to win the division. They just snuck that in there, huh?
I mean, do the Cubs ever get nice things? No.
Yeah, 3 titles in a row, don't they, Brewers? I mean, yeah, they've been owning that.
Oh, we paid Pete Crow Armstrong $100 million. Look at us. Yeah, all right. Have fun with that.
Beef, how about you?
Yeah, I felt like I was picking value at every spot. I felt like stuff was falling to me that I thought was pretty good. I don't know if I love any of these teams. None of these teams are like my teams, but I mean, like, the Braves where I got them, I felt like it's crazy good value. Rays where I got them, crazy good value. So I think I might win this from the bottom. Like my bottom should be, I should have a power bottom. Chorizy is what I'm trying to tell you right now.
Ken, how you feeling on yours?
I feel okay. I got a lot of upside picks, so I'm either going to win or I'm going to get my ass kicked and have to shell out the 200, I think. But I do like the Reds. My predictions I haven't put out yet. That's my team that's going to win that division this year. And Oakland, whatever they are, I feel strong about them. And the Guardians, they always end up winning 78, 82. They'll be in there somewhere. But the Nationals, I didn't want them, but Better than alternatives.
Baz, how about you?
I mean, this could really be a team of like, because there's like half of the league that's like 78 to 84 wins, and like I've got all of them, and then I've got the White Sox. So like this whole thing of me paying $200 hinges on the White Sox like exceeding their like expected win total. So I'm all in on the Sox. Let's fucking go.
Love it.
I mean, I'm heavy Mets and Red Sox, so I've earmarked $200 for this league. Let's just put that aside. I know that's going to belong to me for the next couple months. Boys, I appreciate all you coming on. If you have any thoughts on today's game, keep them to yourself. We're done talking about that. That was awesome.
Well,
it's about time we had this, though. I've been calling for it for 6 years.
That's true. Yeah, it's true. It's true because I was like, yeah, we just did this a couple years ago, and it's like 6 years ago. 6 years ago. So we're back. We're back, boys. And Baz, welcome.
And somebody,
thank you.
Somebody who has a flight. I have a flight next Thursday to Chicago. I checked the forecast and the final score, and I'm like, maybe not anymore for opening day at home.
What's the current forecast? Like it's in the 40s, right?
Barely, yeah. It's like
you're still going under 45 and a half.
Rocky's win total. Yeah, barely.
That's better than snow.
That's true. We actually had this conversation. We were sitting at the bar with Sammy, and we said, what is the minimum? And I'll ask you guys this question here. What is the minimum weather for opening day that is enjoyable, like that you would have a good time with? Baz, I'll start with you.
I mean, I was there in, was it 2017 that got rained out? 2016 there was snow. I mean, I enjoyed all those fucking games. Actually, not rained out. Rained out. Rained out's the only thing I won't enjoy. It's got to be at least above 40, I would say.
Okay. Yeah, I think we were around like 40, no rain. Ken, where are you at?
It's the wind, man. As long as the wind isn't kicking too bad, I'm okay. It could go down to 40. That's fine. But, the wind has to be minimal. That'll get you, especially if you're sitting where you guys are. I find that to be the windiest spot of the whole park.
Yeah, the corners in the bowl, the wind will, the wind really picks up there, and especially because the kind of the concourse is open. It's like it gets cold there, and what we like in the summer is that we're in the shade very early in the day.
Right.
That's brutal in April.
Yeah.
So if it's 40 degrees out, it's 30 in our seats. So, I think 40, no wind, no rain. That feels about the best as our minimum. Sam, we'll get there. We'll be there. Don't worry. We'll be there. If not, we'll be at Cork.
If we do enough of this before, we'll be fine.
Exactly.
That's right. Warm yourself up a little bit before you get in there. That's the key.
The mini bottles of Fireball, that we put in our shoes, that'll make it. All right, boys, appreciate you coming on and doing this. Look forward to talking about this all throughout the season. We'll be doing some updates and see where everybody's at. Right out of the gates, Sammy's in a good position with a lot of teams playing the White Sox. So talk to you guys soon. Thanks a lot again. We'll talk to you.
All right, guys, take care.
See you, boys.
Later,
Take care.
boys.
Oh, yeah.
I'm glad we were able to put that together. We did that.
That was fun.
We were talking about it, and it was like, we only got a couple days to do this, so we had to put it together.
And you did a good job of getting it together quickly and getting good people in there. I mean, that's a good lineup right there. It's a fun lineup. And during the year when we're posting, I'm going to try to post the updates every couple weeks. I want to inundate, but I do want to have enough of it flowing. Yeah, so that's a great group for this.
I think weekly is too much. But I think every other week or something we'll post it. Maybe we'll do a blog that kind of keeps it up to date.
Good idea
with that. But we can talk about it on the show too. But it's a fun bet. It's a fun bet, and like I forgot how shitty it gets at the end.
Oh,
where you're like,
I was jealous at first of you with the turnaround, And then as we started getting down the end, I'm like, oh no, that last turnaround is horrible. Like I didn't realize how bad that is. Like I didn't realize there's like exactly 6 real bad teams. Like
that was the thing I was like, man, I hope someone just takes the White Sox, and so like it pushes like a Guardians or Pirates down into this pile, because otherwise it's going to be bad. I do think the Angels are the best team out of there. I think the Cardinals have the possibility of being the worst team in baseball by a large margin. But they could also do something silly and just win 72 games or something.
The Cardinals are one of those teams, Chorizo, where they play good defense. So like sometimes the good defense teams like sneak out more wins than you think. Like, and so I could totally see that happen. So,
but my luck, actually, I can hedge this. I'll bet on Ali Marmol getting fired.
Then you got it. There you go. But make sure you bet enough to cover the 200. That's what. That's it. Let's get to a drink from our guy Trey. Trey says, "Love you guys. Crap day. Laugh my ass off." I mean, not a great.
Cheers, Trey.
But cheers, Trey.
I think I've been thinking about this, Beef, and like, I think that this season is going to be a very roller coaster like season. Because you look at the lineup, right? And you've got guys like Colson and Murakami in the middle of this lineup where there's what could be elite power, right? You could get a like 8 home run week combined out of those two guys, right? But you could also get a 30 strikeout week combined out of those two guys, right? I mean, that's an extreme. That's an extreme, but I mean, like, it's gonna be like that, right? Like, I mean, like, you could definitely see 20 strikeouts between the two guys in a week. That doesn't seem even unlikely for a lot of times. So that's the kind of thing where it's like they might win games 15-0, and they might lose games 20-14, right? Like or 14-1, 2, whatever we had today. So I'm ready for that roller coaster. I've prepared myself mentally for that. So I think it's going to be fun, but terrifying at some points.
Yeah, right. Hey, that's what makes the season fun in general. The roller coaster ride of it, right? If it was all the doldrum, like slow sled ride down, that's no good, man. You need a little up and down in the whole thing.
All right, I think we got all the drinks there. Beef, is it time for our? I know this is a short show this week, but we're information when doing this. But I think it's time for thank yous and GFYs. BeefLoaf, who are you thinking of GFY?
I want to thank everyone that participated in the 108 tourney, that voted in the 108 tourney, that retweeted the polls, that created content, everyone that even typed "fuck BeefLoaf 2026" into the Twitter message and dropped it on the timeline for all to see. A very fun 9th 108 tourney, and I'm looking very forward to the 10th 108 tourney.
Yeah, Beef, you sent us that graphic or asked for that graphic a while ago. Yeah. And it was kind of funny to me because it was like a lot of people were like giving a lot of feedback on like, hey, you should do this or you should do that with the tournament. And I'm like, I think Beef is like one more. So like
one more is it. That's it.
I think he's gonna do whatever he wants with that last one. So
that is true.
So we will see. But yeah, the graphic's great. The bobblehead guys. But you know what's crazy? If you pull that back up, Beef, this goes back to an old conversation we had because we were talking about who we would be on that team, and you said you'd be the Jordan, and we were like, but you're the Pippen guy. But you really felt that you were the Jordan, and I like that MSS remembered that and gave you the Jordan in this picture.
Yeah, very cool of him. It's much appreciated, and it fits for the 108 tourney, right? I'm the person kind of like making the graphics, ruining everyone's life. So that's the spot I should be in, personally.
Yeah, and I'm Pippin because I'm definitely the pettiest of us.
Who are you thanking or GFYing this week, my friend?
I want to thank our buddy Gonzo over at the Blackout Show for having me on, inviting me on, and then for Jay too. He was that was a fun time, man. Like that you talk with those guys. It was funny. We were talking about Miguel Vargas and like the possibility of trading Miguel Vargas, and Gonzo talked about that on your show too. And when you think about it, he's like kind of like the elder statesman in the infield, even though he's only like 3 months older than Murakami, right?
Mm-hmm.
but he's definitely the guy that doesn't seem to fit the timeline, right? Like, so that if he came out to a hot start, they trade him. And one of my predictions on there was he was going to have a very good season, and that, you know, and then we're laughing. We're like, oh, then the trade would be imminent. And after the show, Justin messaged me and he's like, if Vargas gets traded, you guys are both dead to me. If Carroll gets traded, you guys are both dead to me. I'm like, I love this. I love this. So like, definitely go check that out. It was a lot of fun, and big thank you to those guys. Really appreciate it. And I appreciate everybody who participated in the 108 tourney too. We put a lot of work into it. And even if I jokingly messed it, like, oh, I hate this thing, blah, blah, blah. It's a labor of love. And I do appreciate what Beef has done and what he's done for kind of like the White Sox Twitter community. So thank you, Beef, for all the hard work you put into that. But with that, that's it for tonight. Short show, which 90 minutes seems short, but
right.
Have a good one, everybody. If you are going on the bus trip on Sunday, we will see you then. If not, we will see a ton of you opening day at the rate. Until then, have a good one.
Thanks for spending your little Friday with us. Hope you enjoyed yourself. We gave you your fill of baseball, beer, and bullshit. Now it's time for you to go do horny stuff. We'll see you next week. Espanol. That's adios, motherfucker.